This episode was previously recorded in front of an imaginary studio audience.
Time for Fun Knife Friday!
Alright, hi all you knife chatters out there. Your old pal Skip the Show coming back at you again. Yeah, it's not Fun Knife Friday. You noticed that, huh? Yeah, this ain't Friday. That's because we're doing a Tactical Tuesday. You know why we're doing a Tactical Tuesday? Because I have some fantastic news, and it's all of a tactical nature. Now, some of you probably been following the story about the Army, and the Army has been in an uproar over the last combat knife they chose. You know, that so-called bayonet that would break and everything. And the soldiers didn't like it, and they've been looking for a replacement bayonet or combat knife for about 3 or 4 years. Well, they finally settled on one. And the cool news about this is it's a knife I already own. They settled on the QS 522 rub. Yeah, and I got one. I didn't even know it until I saw the mil spec advertisement and them showing the knife, and they went over all the details of it. And here it is. This is it. This is the new combat knife. I am so excited. Now theirs is a little different because they got just a plain handle there. It's a dull black. It's not brass. But otherwise, this is it. It's the Quicksilver. They are adopting. All right, I'm sorry, man. I got all excited and started coughing and everything. Yeah, they adopted the Quicksilver, and there are a couple reasons they did this. Now, a couple things before you think about it. Wait a minute. The Army, the United States Army, is going to be using a knife made in China? Well, no, but it is the same knife, and it is contracted through Frost. But what the Army has said is that Frost needs to get a USA provider for the knife, and then they will start buying the USA made ones. But in the meantime, they're going to backfill with these, and they will even have the Quicksilver logo on there and the brass guard. So these will be the first ones that the U.S. Army adopts. They're going to use the local stock that Frost has. So if you see these on Frost, you know, on Cutlery Corner Network, you're going to want to pick one up before the Army snatches them all up. Because once they're gone, they're going to be gone, because they're going to be going into the U.S. Army. And the U.S. Army, well, Frost is still going to be making them. It's going to be one of their first knives that they're going to be making in America. And the way they're doing this is they have contracted with what's the name of that company? It's the Appalachian Coal Scuttle Company, because they couldn't find a knife maker. You know, they threw out bids to Essie, they threw out bids to Tops, they threw out bids to K-Bar and all these other companies, and all of them were like $100, $200 and stuff like that. But the Coal Scuttle Company, the Appalachian Coal Scuttle Company, they will do it for a whole lot less. And what's going to happen is the Army will be able to get them for almost the same price that the ones made in China were made at, you know, that were coming in at. So that's going to be really cool. Now, the reason the Army decided on this knife over what they had before, well, there's a couple reasons. One thing is the blade was bigger, and the soldiers, they weren't crazy about the shorter blade. They wanted a bigger blade, and they liked the recurve on this because then they could chop with it a little bit better, stuff like that. And so, you know, chop, 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 and people are saying, well, you know, the Army, they don't even train for combat with knives. They're not the hand-to-hand combat kind of guys. But they thought this bigger knife with the bigger blade is going to give the soldier more confidence just to have it on their side, because this is more like a John Rambo knife, you know what I mean? It's like a big knife like Rambo would carry, not just some practical knife. So that's the first thing that the Army thought of. And then the other thing the Army thought about was, you know, this knife is bigger than the Marine Corps knife. So that's going to make the Marines jealous, and the Marines are going to have to buy a bigger knife, and then have to get rid of all their old knives. And so the Marines will go looking for a bigger knife. The only complaint, so far the only complaint that the Army had about this knife was that you can't attach it to a knife. You can't attach it to the rifle. But at the same time, like the Army doesn't know what knife or rifle they're going to be using yet. So they're not too concerned about it as a bayonet. So if they adopt that new rifle or the M4, if they just stick with the M4 carbine, this knife is still going to be able to be used on them because they have an adapter kit that will come with the knife. Frost is going to supply an adapter kit so that this knife will work as a bayonet on any rifle the Army adapts. Matter of fact, if the Army were to want to put this on like the M249 or a 50 caliber machine gun, they would still be able to do it. That's how adaptable the new bayonet attachment kit is for this knife. So and Frost came up with this idea, and it's going to work great. So yeah, I just had to show it to you. And I thought you'd want to see it first here on, the Volcano Club. Yeah, so if you ever want to see one of these, it's going to be here at the Volcano Club, because I snatched one up. Actually, Stan's Cutlery Universe gave this to Tobias, and Tobias doesn't know it, but I stole it from him. Tobias doesn't even know that this is the new Army knife. Boy, is he going to be surprised. Anyway, you heard it here first from your old pal Skip. Skip out. Been your old pal Skip the Show. Another fun knife Friday in the books. Remember, if your knife's not fun, you're doing it wrong. Skip out.
If your knife's not fun, you're doing it wrong, and Skip out are registered trademarks of Skip the Show Enterprises. This has been a Cat Production presentation. All rights reserved.